Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to season 2, episode 65. A little lighter today. Today we'll be talking about some transfer rumors and giving a small preview to tomorrow's match. First, I'd like to introduce Elias.
What's up, guys?
Well, starting off, what are your thoughts on this January transfer window thus far?
Okay, well, the main topic of today's episode is going to be Memphis Depay. It's been
Mhm.
confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. He basically gave the here we go. Memphis Depay is going to Atletico Madrid for around 3 million euros. It's reported between 3 to 4 million euros, something like that. Um, Before it was being reported that Barcelona wanted Yannick Carrasco in exchange, but Atletico Madrid, being how they are, they were basically like, "No, we want 60 million for him." And then we were like, "What? No, 60 million? We're not going to give 60 million for Carrasco."
I don't know if it
Uh,
was ever worth that much money.
exactly. And then we were like, "Okay, fine. You want Memphis Depay? Give us a fee." We're like, "Okay, we want 7 million," and they're like, "No, we don't want it. Just give it to us for free." We're like, "Why would we do that? There's no point in us just giving you a player for free." Yes, maybe from Atletico Madrid, maybe like it's a player that we're not using that much. We save on his wages. He's leaving in 6 months, but still, he's a player under contract.
Right.
If he could be of use in these next 6 months. If you
Mhm.
want to leave, pay us. He has a contract with us. It was that simple. So he's basically going to Atletico Madrid. I think it's a good deal. Just because when you think about it, Memphis Depay came to the club for free. Um, he's a player who is like a secondary striker who plays off the striker. But that position doesn't really exist at Barcelona. It doesn't really,
Yeah. No,
and
for
so,
sure. It's a position that, like how you're saying, it's not a lot of teams use it, and not a lot of teams that use it right. It's an interesting position, the center forward, um, type
yeah,
of cam type of player. Yeah, it's like Antoine Griezmann, right?
yeah, exactly. Because
Right,
he doesn't have the pace to be a winger, but he's not a complete number nine. He doesn't have like the physicality. Well,
right.
he's a very physical player. Like it's one of his strong suits. But for example, he's not a number nine. He's not. That's not his position. Um, and that was a good point. He reminds me of Antoine Griezmann. Um, so he came in for free. He's being sold for 3 million euros. Um, that's profit in. It looks good in the books. And he's a player that we're not using. And now it's being reported that we're going to sign Guedes from Wolves. I believe it's Gonzalo Guedes. I believe I'm getting the name right. From Wolves. We have to remember his agent is Jorge Mendes, and Jorge Mendes has a very good relationship with Laporta.
Mhm.
So, so I want to get your thoughts on the Memphis deal and the possibility of Guedes coming to Barcelona.
Well, um, first of all, I think the Depay deal is actually something good for both parties. Well, for all three parties, right?
Okay.
Atletico Madrid needs something new in attack. They're not creating that many chances. They're a team. Obviously, they've always been known under Simeone for being a very defensive team, very low block, playing off the counter. But I feel like in recent years, Joao Felix, I don't think has played up to his expectations. Um, Antoine Griezmann,
Who
he's
recently went to Chelsea. He went to
right.
Chelsea for a loan deal.
The three match ban is wow.
Yeah, I know.
Um, but yeah, and I think also you look at players like Antoine Griezmann. Yeah, at Atletico they've done wonders, right? They've done good with
Mhm.
the club, but still, it's not an easy feat to do, and certainly one player in the attack isn't going to do it. Now, I think this is good for Depay because he can go to a club that plays more his style of football. Depay is certainly more of a counter-attacking type of player.
Yeah.
Will come up a little deeper, get the ball, make a good pass for the winger or for the other forward, and he as well can finish. He's a good finisher.
Hmm.
Um, and right, that's why I think it's good for him. Atletico are gonna get another attacking option that hopefully they can use well, and we're getting Carrasco, who I've never been.
Oh, wait, we're actually not getting Carrasco at all.
Oh, right. Um, yeah, I completely forgot. Right, I know. No, but still, even for us, I think it's a good thing to offload some players. Sorry, I got
Yeah,
confused.
yeah.
Yeah, it's also good for us that we know um we're not keeping players that we're not using. I know, of course, if tomorrow, God forbid, Lewandowski gets a serious injury, he might be one of the players we call up from the bench. But we still have options. We still have players like Ansu Fati, Ferran,
Hmm.
and I say why not? We get a couple million our way, and he gets a change of scenery, and Atletico get a shot at doing better. Not that I care about Atletico, of
Uh-huh.
course.
No, exactly. It's some criticism about this deal. Is like past deals. For example,
Hmm.
David Villa going to Atletico, Luis Suarez going for free, Antoine Griezmann going for like a cut price. Deals like that have harmed us before in the past. So a lot of Barca fans were saying like, "Hey, why? No, if it's either 7 million or nothing." I actually think that Atletico Madrid have gotten the better part of this deal. I would much rather prefer Barca to receive 7 million from Memphis Depay than the three we're receiving. But something's better than nothing. Once again, we're getting a fee for him. A player who was going to leave for free last summer or leaving for free in this summer. But are you a fan of Guedes? Because I actually haven't seen that much of him.
Well, I was actually trying to look up some of his stats at Wolves.
Okay.
I mean, listen, from what I've seen, I mean, I have seen him play slightly in the Prem because, of course, I watch Spurs, but I also watch whatever game is on, and I've seen some of his games. He's not bad. He's a good winger. Um, he's an extra player to have. Maybe give some play time in the lesser competitions. Um, but I think it's decent, right? I mean, it's not confirmed yet. It's just a rumor. But every transfer starts like that. Now, do I think it will be good for the club? Sure. I mean, you're losing a player, you're getting a player.
Yeah, yeah, and Xavi basically mentioned like, hey, if a player is leaving in January, I need
Hmm.
a replacement for him. And he basically said how basically he's happy with the squad and he doesn't need any additional reinforcements right now. I think the big reinforcements are going to be coming in the summer.
Right, and that's with most teams, right? It's
Mhm.
very hard for a team to let go of a player in January, especially if they're an important or a good player, and it's just how it is, right? It's very difficult. Those transfers usually come either because a player is very unhappy at a club, or it's not a very important player to the team. And of course, in the summer window, right? Xavi has to, and Laporta too. They have to reflect and look at what's really needed in the team, which we've mentioned before. Strengthening the fullback positions, and most importantly, I think also getting a couple other good center backs to have a rotation, and likewise putting up good wingers because it's not a position we're very blessed with.
Uh-huh. But I was basically gonna say because like there were some rumors about Memphis Depay going to Inter Milan, but for in exchange for Joaquin Correa. But Memphis Depay, he basically came out saying that, hey, that's complete false. I don't want to go there. There is some interest from Barcelona for Joaquin Correa, but I don't think that's gonna materialize after Memphis. He is an option, but I don't know if I would pursue that. Um, but guys, right now we've basically given our thoughts on the Memphis deal. The next topic that we're going to be basically talking about is that Barcelona preview. Barcelona play. They play tomorrow, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, they.
against Ceuta,
Against Celta in the Copa del Rey. In the Copa del Rey,
the round of 16.
round of 16, we basically want to be following up from the good sensations that we had against Real Madrid. We had a very dominant display. Barcelona played very well. It was like one of the best. It was very reminiscent of that 4-0 win in the Bernabeu where we just completely dominated Real Madrid. It was something like that. But this game is going to be completely different. And there's already some controversy regarding this game because Xavi basically said that we basically got lucky with the draw. And I actually agree with Xavi. When you look at his words, he was basically saying like, "Hey, because when you think about it, all in the Champions League and the Europa League, we got the hardest draw possible. We got Bayern Munich, Inter, and Victoria Pilsen in the Champions League. We basically got the group of death. And in the Europa League, we got Manchester United. So finally in the Copa del Rey, we got matched up. We got drawn with the lowest ranked team still in the Copa del Rey. So basically,
Mhm.
Xavi said this, and basically, like I don't think it was anything like disrespectful or anything.
No, I
Uh,
mean, so Celta are probably saying the opposite, right? Well, we were so unlucky to get
no,
one
no,
of the
no. But
best
then,
teams.
but then the Sota manager basically came out and basically told us, like, hey, we're gonna see on Thursday who's really the unlucky person. And they didn't like the comments from Xavi at all. So they're gonna be coming into this game with a law fight. And we saw in the game against Intercity that Barcelona, they need to be at it, because going far in the Copa del Rey and winning it has to become a true objective for this team. This is a trophy that we want to win, and just basically build on the win sensations. Um,
Yeah, for sure. And adding to what you said, I understand, of course, lower teams are gonna react like this. It's the little brother complex, if you will, of being the lesser team. But listen, at the end of the day, everyone knows who watches the sport. It's an easy draw for Barca. Of course, anything can happen in football. Miracles have happened. Um, but do I think Barca are gonna lose? No. But it is what you're saying. They gotta go in there with jumping on the gun from the beginning, trying to score, get a 2-3 goal lead, and just if you want to make your subs after, you want to play from the back, just chill after. You can do that. Um, but yeah,
yeah,
I don't think you should risk it otherwise.
yeah. So this was the lineup against Intercity, and this was the lineup that Celta used against Elche, where they won 1-0. How would you line up, or would you go for the same lineup with the exclusion of Memphis Depay?
Right. So, of course, we're not gonna put Memphis Depay, but
There we go.
I would actually. This might be unpopular, but I will start on Sufati left wing,
Okay.
Rafinha right wing
Okay.
to give Dembele some rest, especially because he played a lot against Madrid. And I will start level striker though.
Yeah.
I will
No, because
start him out.
we have to remember that Lewandowski is banned for the next two La Liga games. So he's not going to be playing this weekend. So this is
Exactly.
exactly so might as well play Lewandowski in this game. So your front line is Ansu Fati, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying rest. Dembele, he's gonna have to play La Liga either way. So take the chance. In the midfield, I don't see why we would go with a four-man midfield. I feel like that's more like when we're playing a difficult game. I think we could easily go
Yeah.
three-man midfield here.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually go for mm, again. We want to win this game. This game means something. It's the round of 16, so I would probably go Pedri, Gavi, and De Jong as a CDM. I'll give
You're going like super strong.
right. No, because no, I mean, but I could argue it's the same if I put Busquets. I could say I even be going a little stronger if I go Busquets because then we'd be thinking, well, what if they try to break the lines? What if they try to pressure the back? Which they will, of course, but
No, first of all, I don't even think Pedri's gonna be he's gonna be in the squad for this game. And then I think it's gonna be like that. So you would go with the midfield of Pedri, De Jong, and Gavi.
yeah, and if we see that we're dominating the game and we're gonna um yeah, but we see we're dominating the game and we're gonna win it, like just screw it, just put Kessie or someone else in the midfield to get some minutes. But I don't know.
Okay.
I say right. I say we take the strong midfield. We dominate. We
Okay.
score a couple goals, get the lead,
Okay. And
and
then
then
defense.
defensively, I say we can go a little bit more relaxed. Now, I'd say I'm not saying go easy, but I'm saying don't go as hard on defense. I would say put Jordi Alba,
Okay.
Araujo needs to play no matter what because not only is he a rock at the back, but also um he's gonna be important. He's gonna be important for him to get his tempo back. He's been playing great ever since coming from injury. But it's still hasn't been that long. So I say, give him more time, give him more minutes, let him get more of a feel of the game, get into that full rhythm.
Okay.
And then I would say put Conde center back and right
So
back. Yeah, right back you just put like
so,
Bellerin
so
or
you basically go with
Roberto.
the same lineup with the same defense.
Yeah, around the same. Yeah, if not, can say Roberto play or is he
Yeah,
injured?
yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah. He can play.
I say put him, give him some time.
Oh, where would you put him in the right back?
Yeah, of course.
So no Hector Bellerin.
Nah, I mean,
And would you
I don't
start
even need it.
Iñaki Peña or just Sagan?
Ter Stegen, just because it's round of 16.
Oof. Okay, well, you went for an extremely strong lineup. You went with Ansu Fati, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Gavi, Jordi Alba, with the same back line with the exception of Sergio Roberto and Ter Stegen in goal. I am actually going to go for a much rotated lineup. I'm going to start Iñaki Peña because Iñaki Peña is the second goalkeeper, and the second goalkeeper usually plays in the Copa del Rey.
True.
So, it's what usually happens.
Maybe sorry to interrupt, but maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overestimating how good Ceuta are. Maybe
Yeah, because
to
we still
be
have to
fair, I
think.
haven't really seen them play all that much.
Oh yeah, but they're a team from the third division, the same as Intercity. So I personally, my lineup, it would be very similar to this, but with some exceptions. For example, I would start Jordi Alba because Balde is the starting left back. I think he's going to be the one starting next week. I mean, in the weekend. I wouldn't play Ronald Araujo at all. He Besides, it's rumored that him and Pedri won't even be in the squad. I think Eric Garcia should be that left center back. I think Jules Koundé should start. We do need a strong center back there. Jules Koundé. I would start Hector Bellerin. And this is why. Pablo Torre. I would start Pablo Torre again. I wouldn't start Sergio Busquets. As that CDM. Why? Because Xavi has been using that four-man midfield with Pedri, Gavi, Frankie de Jong, and Busquets. If you're going to be playing that four-man midfield, then it doesn't make sense playing Busquets in this type of game. I would actually put either Frank Kessie or Sergio Roberto in the CDM role. Sergio Roberto has played in the CDM role a lot. And either or is perfectly fine. Midfield of Paulo Torre, Sergio Roberto, and Frank Kessie as my midfield. But my attack would be the exact same as yours. Ansu Fati from the left. He basically, I was surprised he didn't start in the game against Real Madrid after his amazing goal against Betis. Lewandowski, he's not going to be playing in the league. So might as well play him for this game. And Rafinha, someone who needs some confidence, who needs a confidence booster. And the second half, I would look to bring on Ferran Torres. But that'll be my lineup. Iñaki Peña, Jordi Alba, Eric Garcia, Jules Koundé, Hector Bellerin, Pablo Torre, Frank Kessie in the CDM role, or Sergio Roberto. And that completes my midfield. And the attack, the same as yours.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from for sure, and I understand why wrestling players. I guess I'm just a little paranoid with Barca getting knocked out of these tournaments, but I mean, yeah, I think maybe I went a little overkill with this, but we'll see. Hopefully,
No.
this. I don't care. We're playing the U11 girls, and we win as long as we're winning. No, listen. As long as we're winning with whatever team we have, I don't care.
No, no,
I just
yeah,
want us to win.
no, yeah, exactly. But it's also important that we rest our players.
Of course.
So that's our lineup. So before we round off, match prediction. How do you think the game's gonna end?
I mean, unless Intercity happens again, I would hope and I think the match should end around 3-0, 4-0 us. I
Okay.
mean, if we could put three past Madrid, there's no reason we shouldn't put a similar scoreline, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you're going for 3-0, 4-0?
I would say 3-0. 3-0.
3-0?
Actually, no, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. Let's be optimistic.
Okay, okay. I actually was gonna go for a 3-0. I think that Barcelona's gonna win 3-0. So I'm going 3-0, guys. Alex is going 4-0. Um, let us know your match predictions in the comments down below. But we're rounding off the episode right now. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. And I post a link on Twitter, guys, at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. If any of you guys want to join and basically pop in one of our episodes and just basically like discuss with us and give us your thoughts, you're always welcome to. But we're signing off. Like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you guys all on the next episode.